I want to begin just by starting off, as I always do, just by acknowledging that we're on Treaty 1 land and the traditional homeland of the Métis. Thank you very much for being here. So it's E-25 today. Advance polls open 3 days from now, and yet few, if any, mayoral candidates, other than myself, have publicly released their tax policy. Few things are more important than how governments, or those that seek to govern, propose to tax their residents and their citizens. Over the course of the summer and fall, we've seen one candidate in particular run up spending commitments totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. These unfunded liabilities include such things as electrifying the entire bus fleet at an estimated cost of over $500 million and building a new regional road for more than $400 million. Together with the belief that the price taxpayers pay for infrastructure, including roads, doesn't really matter that much. These unfunded commitments represents significant financial risk to taxpayers as well as the city's credit rating. And yet, just 3 days before voters go to the polls, no tax policy commitment and no plan for how to pay for these promises. Of greater concern, however, is the risk this poses to Winnipeg's historic, fully funded regional and local roads program. Candidates promising property tax cuts or freezes, or choosing to keep their taxation policies entirely secret, are putting the 6-year, $976 million road program at risk. Fixing our roads has been a top priority of Winnipeggers and a top priority of mine too. Just last month, Council unanimously approved the $976 million road program, a tripartite program bolstered by federal and provincial funding. This 6-year program will significantly improve roads across Winnipeg, and it gives the heavy construction industry a great deal of certainty, which helps them plan in a more long-term way. I think when first announced last year, I think some of the media outlets may have even referred to the program as a no-brainer. While I remain committed to this program and remain committed to providing certainty to the industry and to Winnipeggers on its priority, other mayoral candidates do not. This should worry anyone concerned about the state of our roads. This program, together with its historic level of funding, will fall apart if the city's contribution to the program are abandoned. We have, over the last 4 years, made significant progress towards rebuilding the city's road network, and this has been achieved in large part by prioritizing and financing road improvements through a dedicated increase in property taxes. The first commitment I made in this campaign, the very first, was to limit annual property tax increases over the next 4 years and to dedicate the majority of the increase each year into fixing our roads. A property tax freeze or reduction without an alternative funding source to make up the difference will essentially kill the 6-year capital program designed to address a key priority that Winnipeggers have consistently identified for years, fixing our roads. And I remain committed to this program. I also remain committed to limiting annual property tax increases to 2.33% over the next 4 years, provided no incremental provincial cost downloading or further provincial regulatory requirements are imposed on the city. The additional revenue generated by these increases would continue to be invested into rebuilding roads across the city, as well as meeting existing financial commitments for the second stage of rapid transit, which is currently under construction, under budget, and on schedule for completion in 2020. We've made significant progress on reducing the city's road infrastructure deficit. Over 563 lane kilometers of roads have been repaired over the last 4 years, culminating in a $116 million investment in road renewal in 2018, the largest annual investment in road renewal in the city's history. And we can't let up. You don't need to drive very far to see that more work needs to be done to fix our regional roads, our local roads, and our back lanes. Winnipeg's population is growing, and we can't go back to a time when property taxes were frozen or reduced while Winnipeg's population was growing the fastest it had in many years. These decisions significantly compromise the city's ability to build and to maintain its infrastructure, leaving residents with crumbling roads and a massive infrastructure deficit. Affordable, transparent, and dedicated property tax increases have helped rebuild our roads after years and years of neglect. And we simply cannot abandon the progress we've made over the last 4 years and forfeit an investment program already on the books and poised to invest almost $1 billion into fixing roads over the next 6 years. Winnipeggers, you get your say beginning October 1st. If fixing the roads continues to be a priority of yours, when you mark your ballot, know that I am with you and I share that priority.